this. I was under the impression that this was advertised and posted prior. So Laura and Christine are both on vacation, and I don't sit in front of the TV to see what's advertised. So I do apologize. But I do thank you for attending. We are attempting to video, fingers crossed. This was originally to be held last Thursday, but at the last minute, I was informed that we were getting an HD upgrade from Comcast, so we couldn't utilize the TV or this room. So we are still trying to figure out and tweak from the upgrade. I did hear that there is a trick that if you are in your apartment and you are unable to get channel 1970, if you put 1971, it should work. So that was just a quick tip that we got, not last night, the night before, and it is working. So just wanted you to know that. Maintenance is aware of that. The front desk is aware of that. So if you cannot get your 1970, 1971 will work. But that
1971 this morning.
Good. So on that note, I also want to just remind everybody to silence your cell phones. And we also do have amplifiers in the back room. If you are unable to hear for some reason, I will try to stay focused on the microphone and not turn my head as much as I usually do. But we do have the hearing aid amplifiers in this theater that Dave would be able to get to you if anybody wants. And I do ask that we save questions for the end so that we can bring you the microphone in the event that we are able to record this and rebroadcast later. So on that note, I would like to ask Chaplain Mark to open up our meeting with prayer.
Good morning. Thank you, Megan. Let's join our hearts in a time of prayer. Dear Lord, we thank you for this day that you've given us, and we thank you for your presence with us in this day. And Lord, we ask you to be with our residents who are ill or who are challenged physically, and lift them up and strengthen them and provide wisdom and help those who are giving care to them to minister to them. And Lord, we pray for those who have suffered loss and are grieving, and we ask you to comfort them and use us to come alongside of them and strengthen them. And we pray that we all would find our strength and peace in you. We thank you for this time we get to spend together as a community, Lord, and we're grateful that you watch over us. We ask for your continued protection and provision. And Lord, we pray that our time together would help us to reflect on our accomplishments and our successes and guide us into the opportunities to grow in excellence and community relations and togetherness and sharing our lives together. And so, Lord, we ask you to continue to grant us peace and grace and guide us in the way of loving kindness. Amen.
So I did put together a little PowerPoint presentation. Unfortunately, we were not able to get it so that I can maneuver it. So I have Dave is in the theater acting as my Vanna and will be advancing the slides for me when we're ready. So I do want to thank all those residents that participated in our budget meeting this past 2 Wednesdays. That's why we are having this meeting on a Thursday, because I was occupied with our budget meetings. The 2022 will be a different budget than it has been in the past, but we will communicate that once it's approved by the board, and your board representation was included, and I'm not sure if anything has been communicated yet, but you will be notified of the final approval of our budget for 2022. And I also wanted to thank everybody who has pitched in to assist with covering for Devin, especially Alex and Jess and the resident volunteers covering and doing the DVDs, and now also those covering in the absence of Laura and Christine, who are vacationing this week. I do know that we also had a very nice culinary event. Dave, can you click? I know, because I got to look at the screen because I don't have the presentation in front of me. So here's our culinary event. We had some nice pictures, and we were able to do this despite kitchen construction and staffing challenges. And I do appreciate those residents that thanked us for the event. Dave, I think you can keep going. Yeah. And we did hear some nice compliments and notes, and the kitchen staff really, truly do appreciate it. Okay, you went forward. You went too fast. So I was about to talk about how Devin is still out on maternity leave, and her son, Oliver, a.k.a. Ollie, who was born June 30th. So it's hard to believe she will be coming back to us mid-September. So she'll be here soon. In the meantime, we've had our August birthday events, and I wanted to thank Mark for opening the birthday nights with a prayer, and Laura has been our host. And we tried to have balloons, but we were out of helium. It's amazing how many things we're short of around here. Not just us, it's everywhere. So we had our newcomers coffee yesterday. Leanne Luderman and Nancy Melvin were in attendance. Leanne is the director of assisted living, but is actually a social worker by profession. And Nancy Melvin is also our social worker in Willowbrook Court. And next month's newcomers coffee will be rehabilitation services. And hopefully everybody received an invitation or that was advertised. The new residents would have received an invitation. But it is open to everyone. You can stay on him for now. We scheduled a senior victims crime presentation. Was supposed to be August 25th, but unfortunately or 24th, that has needed to be rescheduled. So we will have that presentation sometime in September, so look for that, as well as several members from Delaware County and School Board that would like to just come and give an update. And I believe that date has been set for September 27th, I believe, but you'll see more of that in the Herald. I do know that Devin planned out a lot of entertainers in her while she's out taking care of Ollie. And we did have our creamery event yesterday, our ice cream. So that happened the second time. We did it before in July. So hopefully everybody received their ice cream. I know we had an entertainer prior to that, Nick. Oh, there's our creamery event. Does it play? Okay, he's going to try it again. We're back to Ollie. Okay, so it was supposed to be a video, but now what's our next slide? Oh, I think it's a video. There it is. This was the event in July. I just noticed I had the same jacket on yesterday. that's it. Nope, that's it. Wow, we had a lot of pictures. Thanks to our photographers. Now this was the July event, so we'll have to wait and see what we get for yesterday's event. All right, thanks, Dave. So I think let's move to the next slide. So this was supposed to be a video of Nick, the entertainer Nick, but I couldn't get this one to run. But you guys were all here and enjoyed that. And then there was another entertainer, Todd Horn, and I saw several singing along with that. And we'll have another entertainer on August 27th at 2 o'clock, which is next Monday, and that is Debbie Feezer. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that entertainment. Feezer? Friday. I'm sorry. Is that what the 27th is? Okay. All right. I don't have a calendar in front of me either. 27th is Friday. Okay. I appreciate everybody knowing that it's Friday at 2 o'clock. It is at 2 o'clock. I do know that. I did also want to, I think you can go to the next slide. There we go. So thank you for the festive lantern hallway decorations in our breezeway. They have taken on a life of their own. And we did have an Olympic theme decoration. So Dave, you can just flip through these. Just showing pictures. And there was a contest of who could figure out the flags. And Marcia Deacon and Maureen Tobin were the winners, knowing all the flags that went with the countries. And now there's a new summer theme that with the cute little buckets. And on that note, we have Olympiacs was announced to be on site at the Evergreens on September 30th. However, we have just been notified that it'll be virtual. So due to the surge, more details to come. So I don't even think Laura knows that it's going to be virtual yet because she's on vacation, and this just happened. So more details to come. I know teams have already been selected and competitors. So Kim Huff is our regional fitness director, and she'll help organize the virtual events because it'll be difficult because hopefully Devin will be back, but unfortunately Laura will be leaving. She's going out on a medical leave. So it'll be interesting for a little bit. So we're currently searching for coverage and assistance with sister communities or therapy, but we will be making sure that your fitness needs are being met. And we will give you more information about the Olympiacs. And on that note, when Devin returns, we will also be looking to create a 50th anniversary committee to celebrate ACT's 50th anniversary. So there will be a gala that is planned for July 21st, 2022, and there'll be several events. So put it on your calendar, get out your formal dress, and just start preparing for that. And we have to start coming up with a time capsule for those that will be here in 2047 to open. So we will be opening the time capsule in 2022 that was created. So that's currently in my office from 20 years ago. So that'll be fun to open. And it didn't take long to get out in the news that the Once Again is opening to the public, just in time for the surge, but we have precautions in place. Everybody needs to come in with a mask. They have to pass screening. Those that are working in the shop, we recommend that you wear a mask as well. And then are not supposed to be out in the common areas. It's supposed to just come in the side door into Beechwood, shop, spend a lot of money, and then leave. But I know that the wood shop, thanks to the wood shop, have created a very nice sign that was just put out at the main entrance today, advertising the Once Again shop being open to the public. Unfortunately, we had a very large leak right above the shop, and we're working feverishly to get that working. And it went to the Once Again shop, into the game room, into the Beechwood basement. So we all are aware. We are trying to repair, fix, deodorize, dehumidify, extract, everything. So that's in the process. I'm not sure what my next picture is, Dave. Oh, okay. That can just stay up for a second. So in the August Herald, we reminded you to clean out and label your storage units. There still are several that are not labeled. There are several that have been commandeered by others. And we're looking to find the owners of all the storage units. Every apartment is supposed to have one storage unit. So we ask that you label yours, or clean it out, or if you know of anybody that has been there for quite a while that needs to be cleaned out, please let us know. We are going to have Wayforth coming in September. That's the van that came in that accepted donations. So if you want to clean out, we can pick them up, or you can bring them to the front lobby and they'll take those donations. So they'll be here in September and October. But stay tuned for those dates to be advertised. I know last time they were here, it was quickly advertised because they had room on their truck. So, but this time they're coming specifically for the residents. And we'll advertise, as soon as I get a date, we will advertise that. And just so, I hope everybody took advantage of looking at the art gallery with all the wreaths. That was a new arrangement or display, and it a lot of people have interest in it, so we are going to have a somewhat reception, but not reception, but yes, reception to meet the woman that created all those wreaths, and for people that purchased those wreaths to be able to pick them up. And that'll be Wednesday the 25th from 4 to 5. Anything to add to that? Olga, we good?
She did tell me that she was going to try to bring boxes for people.
So anybody that purchased a wreath, hopefully there will be a box provided when you pick it up.
And on that day, you can take it home.
And on that day, you can take it home. So if you want your wreath on the 25th.
She was going to try to do that on the day she was taking it out. It was too confusing. So
Right.
get all, as many as possible cleared away. That was
As many people that purchase can pick it up on the 25th between 4 and 5.
we'll try to get parts. Maybe some of them try to take it home.
Okay. So, yeah, they're very interesting, very intricate, very creative. So it's a neat display. So with this slide, you have all seen the news, and the Delta variant is causing issues, especially for those not vaccinated. So we need to continue to encourage all to get the vaccine. In fact, ACTS has now mandated that all staff need to be vaccinated. So all healthcare workers by October 1st and all others by November 1st. So, and we're still providing our Tuesday updates either via a 911 or a letter that comes from Terry White or myself, or actually Jessica Morgan's, her voice is the 911, to give you updates of what's happening out in the community or at Lima itself. As of now, we do not have any cases at Lima. These are slides that were on the ACTS Vision that was projected. It was episode 23 with Karen Christensen, our president, and Dr. Paul Reinbold, our chief medical director. I just wanted to remind everybody about the masks recommendation for residents and for staff. So when you're watching those, some things you have to watch over and over again, and sometimes you don't pick it up. So that's why I took a screenshot of some of these slides so that you could see them. And so with the Delta variant, and the impact on some of our protocols, just so everybody knows, if you go to Willowbrook Court and Oak Ridge Terrace, you still must have a mask. Everybody has to have a mask entering Willowbrook Court, Oak Ridge Terrace, and the wellness office, regardless of vaccination status, because they're the most vulnerable areas. We also are now, regardless of vaccination status, anybody that works in Willowbrook Court and Oak Ridge Terrace is being tested weekly. And the non-vaccinated staff are being tested twice a week. So we're taking all the precautions we possibly can to make sure that COVID stays out of Lima. So it's very confusing because visitation in Willowbrook Court and Oak Ridge Terrace we follow the CMS, which is Center for Medicaid Services, their county positivity rate. Each agency has their own way of coming up with the positivity rate, and none of them mesh. So we always go by the worst, unfortunately. But the county positivity rate for CMS, during our last meeting, it was 1%. It's now up to 4.6%. And once we get over 5%, more restrictions are imposed. So visitation may change in Willowbrook Court and Oak Ridge Terrace. And volunteerism may change as well. So again, it's extremely confusing. So now there's also the CDC creates a positivity rate along with CMS and then along with the state of Pennsylvania. So some get data from the state is quicker. CDC is the whole country, and CMS is, I don't know. It's just federal government. So CDC has rated us very high. So that's the county transmission and positivity rate. So the last time that the Axe Vision was shown, we were substantial. We have now moved into the high category. So we're not moving in the right direction. And then in the state of Pennsylvania, their positivity rate over the last 7 days is 6%. So just be aware that we are aware. We're doing everything we possibly can. Things change extremely quickly. We are waiting to hear from the COVID task force about the booster. I heard on the news this morning that they're saying if you received it, you need to get a booster within 8 months. Right now, we do have Moderna. We have the Moderna vaccine, but we're not able to give that to our residents as a booster because you all received the Pfizer. So we're not able to store the Pfizer because of the freezing requirements. However, we are working with CVS in the event to try to get another booster clinic here like we did before. So stay tuned, but if you feel the need and the desire and you want to go get it, you're obviously able to. You can go to any CVS and go to your physician, but we do not have the ability right now. We plan to. I also heard that they're recommending the week of September 20th that this rollout happens. So I anticipate Axe has been very good with getting supply and doing what we do for our residents. So I anticipate probably the 21st we might have it. I don't know. But as of right now, I have no date. I have no confirmation. But I'm confident we're looking to do that soon. But as I said, we do have the vaccine, the Moderna, so we are working to vaccinate our staff that have not received the Pfizer. So just so you know, that's what we're trying to do. And by really November 1st, all the staff here will be vaccinated. So that would be a good thing. And let's see. So when I was talking about last month, we also spoke about the delivery service, that may be phasing out. And we haven't heard anything yet, so it could happen as soon as September 1st or not. I just want to warn you that the free delivery of meals may be phasing out. So if you are one that took advantage of it every day, you may want to start phasing yourself into getting a reservation and coming to the dining room or coming to the cafe, because it is being discussed and it will eventually go away unless you want to pay for it. And on that note, some of you have placed tables or little things outside your apartment to receive these deliveries, but these tables obstruct the hallways. And we've also noticed that there's a lot of statues or decorations right outside your doorway. If it's jutting outside your door frame, it's an obstruction. So security does do rounds. They do send me pictures. They have asked a few folks to pull those things in, but there's a reason. So we don't want to obstruct the hallways. Our hallways are not very wide, and there are carts, there are rollators, and in the event of emergency and evacuation, that's considered an obstruction. So we will start fire drills in independent living soon. I know I've talked about it before, but August was really hot, so we're hoping September would be better. Maybe we can combine it with a booster clinic somehow. We will start Food Focus back up in September, and guest apartments have opened, and we have been having them booked, but as of now, only vaccinated guests are able to stay. And then we now do recommend that guests wear masks in common areas. Before, we didn't make that a recommendation. Now we are. In fact, we're recommending everybody wear masks regardless of vaccination status in common areas. In fact, Delaware County just issued their recommendation. It is a recommendation that people in Delaware County are urged to wear a mask regardless of vaccination status. So as of now, we're going by county recommendations. ACTS has not instituted anything. In the past, we went by the state mandate, and right now there isn't a state mandate for mask wearing, but we are highly recommending it. And then if we do get a case, unfortunately, then things may change. We are starting up with happy hours in September again in the Middletown Lounge. So the men's the Men's Association is looking to have some lunches, so stay tuned for that. We did have our return. I'm not sure what's up next. Is that construct? Oh, you can go back to the notice. Thanks. We did have our return visit from the Department of Health. So we did have a very successful annual survey. So please thank and congratulate all of the Willowbrook Court staff. We had a nice staff luncheon for everybody. And I did mention in the August Herald that we're welcoming our new Director of Nursing, Kimberly Spackman. She's actually starting on Monday. It will be her first official day. But I believe she'll be here tomorrow doing some computer training. And on a side note, Kim was one of our surveyors during our annual survey. So we impressed her so much that she decided to apply for our position. And Lila Davis, who has been serving as the interim DON, did a great job, and we're very thankful to her. And it's going to be great that Willowbrook Court will have a full complement of a nursing administration team, something that we haven't had for over 2 years. So Lila will be the Assistant Director of Nursing, Kimberly will be the Director of Nursing, and Cassandra Lohr is the Nursing Home Administrator, the Administrator of Health Services. So through COVID, we've had a lot of turnover and stress and changes, and we're very looking forward to this team being together. So I just wanted to, and she'll come to our next Let's Talk, and in October, the newcomers' coffee will be part of the nursing administration. So, and we do have a lot of openings in culinary and nursing, and we are participating in a statewide employment recruitment day on September 15th. So hopefully people will be knocking down our doors and we'll be able to hire staff. We are doing heavy recruitment. We're doing sign-on bonuses. It's just no one's coming through the doors. So please be patient. But if you see new faces, please greet them. And we are doing our best with trying to get staff to come work at Lima and see what a special place it is. And unfortunately, we are, due to the requirement, we are having people retire. Some because of all that everybody has gone through the last 18 plus months. It's too much. So some people are choosing to retire. So that will add to our need for staff. Let's see. At our last Let's Talk, I also mentioned about SunEast, just changing the subject a bit. They have not guaranteed or said that they will ever return here for a mobile unit. So unfortunately, we are still able to do the bus routes for now. And then WSFS, who just opened up a location in Granite Run, they are willing to come and do a presentation if there's interest, but they will not have they won't be here. They're just trying to get you to come to their branch. But we can, if people have accounts there, we can run bus trips there as well. So as of now, we do not have on-site banking here, but we do have transportation to SunEast. And if there's interest, we'll put up a sign up, or if you want to come to the front office and say, yes, I'm interested, we can see about either having WSFS here to do a presentation or just starting a bus trip, because I'm not in the business of knowing where everybody banks. So just let us know. But as of now, SunEast is not coming back with their mobile unit.
Just an ATM.
Banks will not give you you have to have a relationship with the bank. You have to have it on camera. You have to have it under 24-hour surveillance. There's a lot of things that come with having just an ATM. And with everybody doing online banking, and I don't even know Venmo, I don't have a Venmo or anything like that. So, but we have looked at it, but it's not feasible. No one's willing to do it right now. So in the meantime, we do have the runs to SunEast, and we can offer runs to WSFS. So if anybody has a relationship with a relative that works at a bank, and you think that they'll have a mobile unit that wants to come back, please let us know. So we had our online auction with the Samaritan Committee, which I believe was successful. It was interesting. It was neat. I managed to purchase a picture that was donated by one of our residents, and it's hanging. I don't know if anybody noticed where it's hanging. Yep. So it's Muriel Chapman is one of our residents who is a great artist, and she donated that picture. And it's a picture of a dogwood, and hence hanging outside of the elevator of Dogwood. So hope you enjoy it. I do want to remind everybody about the wellness office that there is a slide on channel 1970. I believe it's still running, and it was in the Herald, that if you need medical attention after hours or on the weekend, to please call the main number or press your red alert. And I think we're on to construction, Dave. So we had a lot of construction going on. This is one of two cranes. This crane is the one that lifted all of the AC units on top of the dining room. And that project's complete. Dave, you want to go to the next one? So this is the kitchen. Was the kitchen. As you all know, we did an HVAC project and replaced a hood in the kitchen because we have to have hoods to pull all the fumes out of the kitchen. So this was prior. We had to take all the kitchen equipment out. They had to work behind or in front of this cloth dust area. All that equipment came out. Dave, can you go back to the other one? Other one. So nope, you went too fast. Where the milk is, that was the prep area, and then the wall was right there. So the guys had to deal with a lot of interruptions and less space and everything else. So to manage to cook. All right, you can go again. And all that equipment was over there, and it all came out and was on this truck in the parking lot. So this kitchen was working with half of the kitchen equipment for the last 4 weeks. And they did all this during meal service, and we were able to get this project done and accomplished. So they're just getting back into the swing of things. Can we advance again? And then we had another crane. This was for the fitness center. I know you noticed that we had no air for a while in the fitness center. So this crane was putting a new air conditioning unit on top of the fitness center. Next slide. And then Ewing has been having issues with AC. So we were putting in portable units, and there's also a portable unit over the breezeway as well. Is this one fixed yet, Dave? No. So we're still working on that. We had to put in a quote for that. But we also just got approval, and if you have noticed over in F, there's shingles. So we are just about to start replacing the E-wing roof. So that will be a great project that we will take care of a leaky roof. That is actually starting on Monday, if all goes well. So we're trying to take care of our 40-plus-year-old building while we're all living here. Next slide. And again, we have those leaks that happen because of a 40-year-old building. So last night's rain, if you got in here early, you saw that we had some ceiling tiles down. That was from last night's rain. So our maintenance guys are doing their best to make sure that things are repaired and that we know when there's issues. And we know that we have an aging building, and we're trying to contribute all of our capital dollars to fixing it. So as I said, the roof is happening Monday. We just finished the HVAC project in the kitchen. We just finished Willowbrook Court. So those room conversions are, the one set is done. If those that have not been in Willowbrook Court, we have a few rooms that share a bathroom with 4 people. So we are converting those rooms. Every time you convert a room, you have to get approval from the Department of Health. You have to have a life safety inspection. Then you have to have the Department of Health Division of Nursing come out. Therefore, we are down rooms. That's why we are utilizing the services of Granite, because we don't have room for everybody to meet all of our needs at this time. So the goal is we're going to move on to the next step, the next set of rooms, and hopefully before, I don't ever want to give a date, that we'll be finally done with converting all of the rooms without having the need to share 4-person bathrooms. So the odds that you will be in a room if you need to take advantage of those services with 4 people will be slim to none, because we're trying not to have that happen, just so you know. We are a 40-year-old building, and way back when the building was built, I mean, having 4 people to one bathroom isn't as bad as having 4 people in one room, because they still have quads that they called that still exist. But so we're moving forward in that. I have had requests for an electric charging station be added to Lima. I don't know of anybody that has an electric car at this moment. There are electric charging stations over at Granite Run Mall. Granite Farms did just get one installed. However, that was as the result of a donation. So if anybody really wants one, I'll be happy to take a donation for those funds. But at this time, our funds are trying to focus on taking care of the building and the grounds and meeting the needs here. So I just wanted to put that out there. Always need a pitch for a fundraiser. The Auxiliary of the American Legion. Oh, you can move, Dave. Oh, sorry. This is one of our grounds things that we did to combat our security of our Forerunner guys going over the hump to get onto our campus. So we have planted more trees and fencing to alleviate that area. I just wanted to share that. And what's the next slide? Oh, so this is something I wanted to share. I had the pleasure of participating in a golf tournament with my sister. It's called Folds of Honor. You can go the next one. There's me and my sister. And I won a raffle, which resulted in this guy. So mystery solved. I saw a picture. I did see a picture on 1970, so I don't know if people were trying to figure out where it came from. But so was there a rumor that the wood shop did it? So yeah, I won it. I think I was the only one that put a ticket in for it, to be honest. I just saw the putter or the golf club, and I just thought it would be cute and near our putting green, and I thought it would be neat to name him Woody. So anyway, but yeah, so on that note, also the Auxiliary of the American Legion, unfortunately, has folded due to lack of participation. The charter had to be returned, so that the Ladies Auxiliary is no longer part of Lima Estates, unfortunately. We are still a post of the American Legion, and unfortunately, the commander has not been able to come on campus, but I believe that members have been meeting and participating and whatnot. So anyway, I just thought you needed to know that. But for new residents, we are a post of the American Legion, and that post is still active. I don't know what my next picture is. This is go back. I don't want to show that yet. Okay. So as you all know, each building has been going under renovations, and we do appreciate everybody's cooperation and patience, but it's progress, and we need new neighbors, and we are grateful for our new neighbors, and we wanted to welcome to our Lima family. So we have had several people move in the last 2 weeks, and some residents may be here, but if you haven't met anybody, please make a point to welcome them and introduce yourself. That we have David and Jean Baker, who moved in on August 5th to Aspen 124. Judy Pearsall has moved into Dogwood 201. She moved in on August 12th. Michael Nazillo moved into apartment Beechwood 227 on August 13th. Phyllis Scott, it's right there, moved into Beechwood 210, and she's near the front row. Yay! Moved in on August 13th, and Joyce Kettrick moved in yesterday. to F314. So please introduce yourself to them. Unfortunately, these moves happened while Christine was getting ready to leave for vacation or gone. So we just don't want our new residents to be lost in the mix. And we are having a new resident breakfast on September 9th. And so those residents will be receiving an invitation. Some other updates. Stay on Woody for now. Please. So I know that in the past, everybody has been talking about our cicada killer wasps. I think they're on their way out or not. They are harmless, but they have been very active. So we have treated, but we hope they're on their way out. We are well aware of the pool issues. We have quotes, we have proposals, and we hope, again, I don't do dates, to have this started soon. Definitely before the end of the year. I'm confident in saying that. It will require the pool to be closed because there's a lot of work that needs to happen. But we are working on getting it drained, it converted to salt, it resurfaced, everything. So stay tuned. The K4, again, the motion sensor, if anybody wants it and opted out initially, can opt back in. Just let us know. We can go to the front office. It does not have a camera. It does not see you. It senses motion. If you unplug it to plug in your dryer or curling iron, it won't work. We get an alert that there's a device issue, and then maintenance will have to come and fix it. So it's a great tool. It's not invasive, and it's just there for your safety. We are still working on the emergency alerts for the outside. We had somebody here yesterday checking the Wi-Fi outside. I know there's Wi-Fi issues inside. We keep on, yesterday afternoon, I don't know what was happening, but I couldn't do a lot of things. So IT is aware of that. IT still is coming every Tuesday. So in the Middletown Lounge, if you're looking for assistance, if you're with your laptop, your cell phone, your iPad, just bring it to the Middletown Lounge at 11, I believe, and they should be able to assist you. But in the meantime, if you have any IT issues, just let the front office know so that we can let them know on Tuesdays. Let's see. I don't know that I have anything else. We are still talking about, as an update, we are still talking about getting a dog park per se, but it's more of just an area with a fence so that we are getting a lot more dogs. Dogs need to run, but we don't have a spot for them to run. And that was something that was brought up a couple years ago, but it's back on the docket. It's something simple that we can do. It's just apparently there's a certain type of fence you have to have for a dog park. Different size slats, whatnot. I kind of just wanted it all enclosed, but we'll have to see. But we're working on that. We are trying to address the dirty balconies and patios and looking into power washing, a routine, and a preventative maintenance program. We are addressing those as they come up, but if you know of one that is severely in need of attention, you can let Dave or I know. As I mentioned, the Men's Association is looking to do something the first Friday of every month. And, oh, okay. I guess we can go down, Dave. Are you still there? So, those that remember Maddie Heisler, our business office manager, she left us to become an RN, a full-time RN. She moved to Harrisburg and apparently got married. So, I found out about, it was weird because I was on Facebook and I got a friend request for this Maddie, you can go to the next page, Zilly. And I'm telling my daughter, why is one of your friends asking for me to be a friend? Because I didn't recognize the last name. But there she is. So they got married in Harrisburg. No, I'm not sure exactly where, but at Oxford in her hometown. And it was quick. And unfortunately, he's now being deployed. So, but we just wanted to extend our congratulations to her, and I just wanted to share that with everybody. And next one. So this is my daughter. I just wanted to thank those that have asked about her. She injured her knee playing softball. She had to have a total ACL reconstruction. She was going to kill me when I took this picture. I don't think she knew I took it. So she's entering her senior year, and so this was right before, and now this is her knee now. So she'll be in that for 9 months. We hope not. Hope she does well. But yeah, she's going into her senior year, and then she asked me to get her a pet. This is what she wants. I said absolutely not. I said I'll settle for a fish. So, it's a snake on her face. Yeah, the snake is crawling on her sunglasses. I didn't show the picture of the rats. So, she has friends that have snakes and rats. So, that's what I said, and she said no, they're not. They're too big. So, I said you can go to the friend's house, not. So, yeah, we're going to get her a fish. But she can't drive. And so I just wanted to warn everybody that my time will be a little staggered because I have to drive her around everywhere. She's got a lot of appointments. So just wanted to forewarn you of that. And what's my next one? Oh, so tonight the Eagles play. Just Patriots at 7:30. So this is a view of the cheap seats. I was able to sneak out and get to the last game, even though they lost, but we left before they lost. And so go Eagles. This is my husband, myself, and my one son who is attending Temple. But before I get to questions, this is something I normally do for those that don't know. I read from my Kindness Boomerang book. And today's date, August 19th, actually my father-in-law's birthday, it says one thing to do is pick up the phone and make a daily check-in call to a close friend. Ask him or her how she's doing and see if there's something he or she might need today. And the quote of today is, courtesies of a small and trivial character are the ones which strike deepest in the grateful and appreciating heart. So that's good to know. And my year of positive thinking, which I need every day, is your dreams are ready. Every hard-earned lesson that you've ever experienced brought you to this exact place. You are meant to be here. You have everything that you need now and you will need in the future. The only thing missing from your dreams is you. Now is the time to leap and then soar into the life you've always hoped for. So there you go. So we're almost up to an hour. Does anybody have any questions? Dave is my Vanna. Sorry, Dave. Is back there with a microphone. Ann. Okay. Oh, happy 60th wedding anniversary. Who? To Olene? The Olenes? Oh, okay. Our residents in F, the Oleans, are celebrating 60 years of marriage. Okay. All right. So no questions. Jan.
I was wondering if, like we did before, put a list of the new residents on the bulletin board. It would be helpful.
It would be helpful, and I thought they were there. So if they're not, we'll get a new list. So again, it may have been missed with Christine leaving for vacation, but we will get it up there. Christine will be back on Monday. Laura, I'm hoping, is back on Monday. Devin, I'm hoping, is back in September. And then again, as I said, we lose Laura. So it's a little confusing, crazy, frustrating, but we're doing the best we can with what we got. And here comes Olga. I know, but if we're recording, hopefully, if it's recording.
I just wanted to go over a couple things I brought up at the last meeting, and one was the consistent time for Let's Talk, which
And again, it's going to just change. It's going to, I mean, my goal, as I said, was Wednesdays, and it's going to change. Couldn't be able to do in August because of those Wednesdays. Next month, I'm aiming for a Wednesday. And I'm trying to get it on the calendar. So that, because it doesn't get on the calendar in the Herald. So I'm aiming for actually the 8th. I think September 8th, early on, because I don't know where I'll be later on in the month. So it'll be earlier.
okay. And then the other thing that I think some of us who are beginning to use the portal more are finding increasingly annoying is that the directory, and I sent you a bunch of examples.
You
on
did,
the
and I
portal.
forwarded them to IT, and I got nothing back.
Well, it's across the whole directory. I mean, the directory doesn't match what we have here in the community, and the phone numbers, I guess, are somewhat fixed. But I mean, if I want to use that, you're leaning towards, or you're directing us to use the portal, and
Right.
it's not useful,
Right.
at least for that.
So I don't know if I would suggest bringing those. I mean, as I said, I have forwarded all that to IT because we don't manage that. We don't make the directory. It's pulled from the system. And so if it's not accurate, then that means the information in our system is not accurate, which is accurate because our point click care and our resident records, all of those is accurate. So I'm not sure where the disconnect is as far as the information not being accurate. But I don't use it because I use the manual one.
And the other thing we talked about at the last meeting was annual visits.
Yes,
Where are we with those? And what
we're in Evergreen. So has anybody in Evergreen received a visit? Okay, well, I talked to Jen. She said that. So if you haven't, it's coming. Jen was on vacation last week, but she just told me before I came up here that Evergreen.
And can we just go over again what should happen, what residents need to do once they have it?
So you'll be notified by the wellness office. You'll be asked to you'll be asked to make sure that we have all your important papers on file, your current insurance cards, your power of attorney, your emergency contact. They'll test your red alert, and then that's the nurse part. And then that goes to, we actually changed the order a little bit, so then it will go to therapy, because therapy should be coming to you and seeing it do a therapy screen. Some people don't want it, so they're refusing. But that's okay. You don't have to have the therapy part. Then maintenance will come and inspect. I'm not sure where we are with the maintenance piece, because unfortunately we are down a maintenance worker at the moment. Dave, do you know what building you're on?
We're pushing through B wing.
B wing.
And some of the all the ones that we have. I I know the guys have been to a few apartments where people weren't home and really didn't get anything scheduled, so we don't want to do it without the person.
Right, right. So the apartment visit will not happen. All those disciplines are not going to happen one day at one time. It'll be over time. It's not something that you need to make sure that you're in your apartment and you have to stay there. It's when we're able to fit it in, other than the wellness piece. The wellness piece, Jen starts it off, and they're usually scheduled. And then all the other ones will just happen eventually, but not that day. In that week and month should happen.
What about annual cleanings? That's supposed to be Monday.
And then the annual cleaning, can schedule, that won't happen automatically as well, but that should be scheduled with Matt. Matt Ferry is our Director of Environmental Services. So that would trigger, like, if maintenance were to come up. So if you say that you have, if you have your wellness, then you need to, that would be your trigger to say, okay, let's schedule the annual cleaning. So in the past, the annual cleaning was something that it was under, those of you that remember Kathy Kern, who was here for several years, I never knew what system she had, because I don't know that it really happened on an annual basis. The intent with Matt is that it will. Matt's fairly new and has a lot of turnover as well, but that can be scheduled with Matt Ferry. So if you've already had your visit with Jen, I would give Matt a call to get on the books to schedule your annual cleaning. Dave? Or does Olga, you don't have, you're done? Okay. Up here. Yep, Doris. Think of it as exercise.
I was wondering what happened to the connection for the internet on the third floor of Building F. We do not get it.
I
at
know.
all.
I know. It is so spotty, but all the internet, what are they called? Modems? The things that are hanging in the ceiling, the white things.
One of
They're
these
flashing.
They're flashing the whole hall. It's flashing.
So IT's here today. We'll send him over there, but I do know because I'm over there and I'm taking pictures and I'm trying to send emails and my phone just spins. Nothing goes through.
Months.
I know it has. Well,
Day or two, it's been
it
months.
was, he went and checked it out before and it was working.
They had it one day.
Okay.
I don't get it.
Megan, what were you talking about?
Oh, I'm sorry. The internet in F building. F3, it's very shoddy, if at all. So, but IT's here. I really don't know what they need to do, but it is a consistent issue.
Bella's been up there, but
So that, is it Dan or Bob? There's two guys, but Big Bob is here today. So we'll send him.
Everything I have has been disconnected now on my iPad.
Okay, huh. So everything in your iPad and F has been disconnected. What did you do, Dave?
I reset the switch.
Oh,
and then
okay.
things came back on.
Okay,
Worked today,
it worked today.
and that's all.
and then they disconnected everything, whatever they did.
Okay. Yeah, so there's definitely an issue over in F. Okay. I guess you can't go to, I mean, you don't want to go to the computer room, but that's an option, but you shouldn't have to. So,
I don't know how to operate that. I barely know what I'm doing now.
all right, well, we'll put you two on the list for Bob. Okay. All right. Well, it's 12:05, lunchtime. So apologize for the late day, late time, late week. So, but happy Thursday. Makes the week go a little faster. And make sure you go check out the Once Again shop. The ladies are doing a great job. and trying to clean it all out. All right, thank you.